Peace, everyone. I am NuDiamonds here with the energy reading. I hope everyone out there is doing well. And yes, we have a beautiful astrological alignment, astrology alignment that is finally here. And I'm super excited, so happy. Uranus is officially direct, it's out of retrograde, and it is moving forward. Okay. So Uranus is attributed to Aquarius. This planet is all about innovation, all about surprising things, shocking things, electricity, technology, intelligence, wisdom, and innovation. Okay, that humanitarian, that revolutionary, that renaissance, that creativity. Okay, so I love this because Uranus has been in Taurus, and it's been retrograde there. It has finally gone direct and it is starting to move forward. So I feel like this will be a time where things will move forward for you when it comes to your values, because Taurus is all about values. Taurus is all about things that we love: money, love, abundance, food, work. So this will be a time where these things that we have worked on, that we deem valuable, unique values within ourselves, start to bloom, start to blossom, start to move forward, starting to get recognition for things that we've been working on. We may have been called crazy for, okay, conspiracy theorists for, weird, whatever people want to call it. That is that Uranus energy, being different, and being confident in your unique self, your unique values. Okay. I'm pretty sure people who invested in Bitcoin 8 years ago when it first started were deemed crazy, but they crazy rich now. Okay. So it's all about tapping into those unique values. What do you deem valuable? And pouring into that and knowing that the abundance will come. Okay. Surrender and being open and watching shocking transformation, shocking things come. That pressure being put on you to turn you into a diamond. All right. And the diamond in the rough, polishing yourself up to transform, to elevate, to be this leader that you truly are at this time. Okay. So yeah, let's look at my notes and see what I put. I feel like this energy we'll see something changing early, an early shift, something arriving early. And I say that because when I was writing down my notes, I kept like writing things out that I was thinking before I initially put out the first word. So it's kind of like when people get tongue twisted or put words together because they're thinking too fast before their words can process it. So this could be a sense of something coming in fast, faster than we can process it. Also fasting, detoxing, like I said, going back to that health. Health is wealth. Clearing that brain fog, clearing those cells, clearing your cells. Okay, double entendre. And also, Uranus was at the 23rd degree, and the 23rd degree is attributed to Aquarius. So this is like this double energy. Something will come in doubles. Something will come in triples. Like multiplying, advancing, magnifying, highlighted, okay, for a huge change, okay. And then I said unique values coming true. So whatever you've been pouring into, that will maybe enhanced or enlightened. The spotlight being put on that, spotlight being put on you. Okay, the sense of fame. Okay, the sense of whatever you've been pouring into getting a spotlight at this time. Okay, I'm seeing a pot. I'm seeing a plant in a pot, and a spotlight is being put on it. So take whatever resonates. All right. A sense of, and this could also be the polarity, the shift. I just seen like a black light cut. Wow, the black light. The black light, things being illuminated in the dark, okay? Things that were in the dark being illuminated. Things that were deemed hidden coming to light. So yeah, get ready for some shocking events, some unveiling, some revealings. And the polarity of this also, false values being enhanced, okay? So the more we tap into health, wealth, knowledge of self, the more false propaganda will be put in our faces, the more distractions, the more lower vibrational things will try to counteract this energy. But continue to stand strong and stand up for what you believe in, and make sure you're not falling for anything, holding up those boundaries and operating from your highest light at this time, okay? All right. I said the great divide. All right. So this may be the split. This may be the shift. This may be the divide. And I put plus and minus. So the negatives and the positives. And you always want to look at the pros and cons of everything. But Spirit is showing me like these things like separating. So negative people staying in their lane and positive people staying in their lane. And both of those two lanes elevating and going where they need to go. All right. So then 2-3, the 23. We all know that's the GOAT number. Okay. That's the MJ. That's that's that turn up. All right. So things turning up due to you having this sense of great values. It makes me think of Michael Jordan, due to him doing that work, putting in that work, working. The greatest of the greats put in the work consistently every day. Even when people was like, you crazy, you out here at 3 a.m. shooting basketballs. I'm crazy until I'm right, okay? I'm crazy until I'm famous, getting this money, like the people who invested in Bitcoin, like people who invested in things, invested in themselves until we're healthy while everybody else is sick. Okay? People who was talking about aliens a long time ago, demon crazy, tinfoil hat, they not crazy now. Look at all these. Stargate is here. The president talking about we ought to have a Stargate operation. There's advanced technology that is not from Earth. There's spacecrafts under the water, spacecrafts above. You guys, we're in these times. Age of Aquarius is here. It's upon us. All right. People who was like, why are you recording yourself? Why are you talking to yourself? Why are you always on that phone? Why are you always online? Why are you recording yourself playing with toys? Little 3-year-old boy. And 3-year-old boy got 40 million subscribers on YouTube and is a multimillionaire at 8. All right. Okay. All right. So, people who deemed their unique values, invested in themselves, and stood firm on that, believing in themselves, would start to defy gravity, okay? Defeating the odds, going against the odds, being the oddball, being the black sheep, whatever, the chosen one, being outcasted. This is your time to shine, all right? The spotlight is put on whatever you've been investing in, and you will start to receive a lot of benefits from this investment. I'm just going to put it like that. All right. I put unthinkable, unbelievable, and unexpected, shocking events will happen. Greatness, goodness, good things, and bad things. It depends on what side of the spectrum, what side of the pendulum you're on, what side the pendulum is swinging. All right, we've seen what just happened in Hollywood. This is the shift. This is the tables turning. All right. The physical switching to the spiritual switching to the physical. So people who've been on it's a balance and it's an ascension going on. Pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities. Okay. Yeah, it's about power or refinement, and it's going to be a great change. Okay. For the better, for goodness, for health, for love, for elevation, for ascension. All right. Ascension makes me think of like climbing up a mountain. It's hard. It's tough. Things fall. Sometimes you get hurt. But when you at the top of that mountain and you get to see that beautiful view, oh, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. So it's a process. It's a journey, and we gonna make it. Some of us have made it. Some of us are floating in nirvana, watching as other people come up. Come on down, all right? Wheel of Fortune, things are turning. Things are turning. What was that? Is that, no, The Price is Right. That's The Price is Right. I said the Wheel of Fortune. The Price is Right too. Like I said, if you invest in it, you make that right investment, you're gambling on yourself. You never know. Hit that jackpot. All right. Wheel of Fortune. From doing the internal work, you know. I know myself. This is that time. You better know. Okay. So yeah, I also did a meditation on this energy, and I loved this meditation because I seen an ego. I seen the ego. Wow, I did not see no ego. That's what I mean when I'm saying I'm thinking too fast and then it just comes out. Rewind. Nope, Spirit said tap in on that ego. Okay, so yeah, the ego, that's like a double entendre because the ego is yourself, right? That masculine energy, that fire energy that ignites us, that has a sense of logic to helps us push forward. When you're feeling down, your ego picks you up. All right. And I love that about the ego. It's like, no, we're not going to let that person talk mess to us. But sometimes you got to check your ego. It's like, man, they just ate a grape. You know, it was just a grape. Like, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, you know, so it's this balance. And also the ego that soars high, soars above the crows, soars above the birds. The ego is something that is high. So it's this elevation of the ego, elevation of the mind, for us to ascend at this time. Ascend above the storm. And yeah, so going back to my meditation, I seen an arrow come in from the left side pointing to the right. And that made me think of the ego, the masculine, the logic side of ourselves. And then I seen two arrows split. So an arrow came in, and then I seen two arrows split. I seen one arrow go higher, and I seen one arrow go lower. And I was like, what is that? And Spirit was like, you got to choose. And I'm like, come on now, Spirit. You already know I'm taking the high road. Like, and Spirit was like, all right, good. Like, very good, grasshopper. Like, you're supposed to want to elevate higher. Even if it's harder, like I said, that elevation, climbing up that mountain, instead of going around the obstacle, you're actually getting to the source, getting to the root, and elevating as you're doing it. Climbing, taking the harder route to build up that muscle. As you climbing up this mountain, you're gaining wisdom, you're gaining experience. It may be painful, but once those wounds heal, you have knowledge from this experience. Okay. And then Spirit was like, you choose your path. Okay. You choose which way you want to go. And lower doesn't always mean bad. It just means it's a different route. Right. But it all comes back to the same energy, because when Spirit showed me these two different splits, Spirit, I tapped in on the higher one and it showed me R. And then when I seen the R, I thought of righteousness, or the right hand path, you know. Yeah. And then when I zoomed in on the lower, it was like the S. And that gave me a sense of like the slower path. Okay. So it was just like this timeline split where people who got woke up, they took the right hand path. They started ascending. They started to wake up. They just jumped right on it immediately. Then it was this other timeline of people who seen that certain signs were there and they didn't get on it. So they're taking a slower route. They're taking a slower path. But both of these paths go back into yourself, because when I went to this higher timeline, the higher timeline came back into itself, versus the lower timeline, they was slowly coming back into themselves. So they're slowly coming back around to the knowledge. They're slowly coming back around to this spiritual enlightenment. And their spirit is saying they're going to get this work. They're going to enlighten. They're going to raise their vibration, whether they like it or not. They're going to get wake-up calls. They're going to get shocking, unexpected things happening to them to wake them up, whether they like it or not. You guys jumped on it voluntarily, okay? These other group of people who haven't learned the lesson, they're going to get that wake-up call involuntarily because they don't want to listen. So I got to make them listen, okay? But yeah, so the higher route, R is the 18th letter in the alphabet. It makes me think of the 1 and 8. 1 is self, 8 is power. So we're tapping into our power. We've done the alchemy work to tap into our power. Those who are on this higher level, this higher vibration, this higher frequency. We answered the call as soon as we got it. Okay. And these are the people who are the concrete roses. Okay. We grew out of the concrete. We had to get it out the mud and we turned into that lotus. We bloomed, we blossomed, we elevated, we did the knowledge, we did the internal work. We already there. Okay. We already at the top. We already ascending. We already that flower. We already the butterfly. We flying around, floating, free, freedom, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Okay. Etc., etc. But that also made me think of the moon. Okay, because the moon card in tarot is all about intuition. It's all about that journey. It's all about that crustacean coming out of that water and pushing past these two dogs, the wolf and the dog, the naysayers, evolving evolution to go on this path to righteousness, going down this pillar to this higher mountain, to the mountaintop, to righteousness, okay, to the sun, to be illuminated, to be crowned, king, queen, goddess, God, CEO, the boss, whatever, right? And gifts being enhanced, okay? And then also 18 is 9. And 9 is all about the rebirth, the power, the hermit, the going within to master yourself, the wisdom. Ooh, my crown. I just felt something go ting. Yeah, enlightenment, taking off to higher levels, and ascension. All right. Enlightenment, wisdom, year to snake. All right. It's time to raise our vibration and tap in. And if you've been doing that, you about to ascend, you about to see some things come in. We're about to see a shift, y'all. And the shift is already here. We're watching it right now. Okay. But yeah, then I said for people on the lower spectrum, I don't know, because Spirit really showed me like 2 arrows, a higher one and a lower one, a higher timeline, a lower timeline, 2 splits on a timeline, 2 paths. And people on the other timeline, they're slowly coming back into themselves, slowly. The snail, the cycle, the cipher. They're getting there, but they're taking their time getting there. All right. And I keep hearing Spirit say they're going to get this work, whether they like it or not. So, in S is the 19th number. And that is 1 and 9. So that's all about yourself, rebirth, enlightenment, wisdom, enlightening yourself to head in the right direction. And 19 is also the sun card in tarot. So it's all about illuminating, being liberated, being free, having this awakening and going for a journey, going for this ride, open arms, okay? And not being ignorant, paying attention to all the signs and listening, all right? 19 is also 10, because if you add 1 and 9, you get the 10. So it's going back into itself to go back into itself, which is 1 and 0. 1, that's a cipher. That's going back to self. The 1 is still there. Yourself is still there. So you're going back into yourself. And then 1 and 0 is still 1. Okay. So, the 10 in tarot is the wheel of fortune. Things are turning. Things are changing. for people on this level. And like I said, 1 and 0 equals 1, and it's all about the magician. So it's all about them tapping into their power, coming into their power, gathering up the tools to ascend at this time, okay? And then Spirit said, you're going to do the work now, or you going to do the work later, but you going to do the work. You going to get this work, okay? So that's what Spirit's saying, the universe, Big Mama, creator, source, whatever you want to call it. This beautiful, benevolent energy. Yeah. You choose your path and be the concrete rose, standing out because you left. And that's for people who are on a higher timeline, okay? So, yeah, that's the messages I got, the channel messages I got. Let's tap into the cards and see what the cards have to say about this interesting energy with this Uranus going back into direct, moving forward. As soon as I cut the deck, with Uranus moving forward, okay? This is all about the journey. This is all about moving forward with your self-values, loving yourself, no matter what path you're on, no matter what timeline you're on, no matter if you're conscious or not. It's about what are you doing. It's about your heart. It's about your integrity, okay? It's about love. As I'm cutting the deck, it's about love. All right, so let's see. I'm being called to pull 2 cards, one for that split. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 2 cards from here, and then we'll get an overall energy. Ooh, enlightenment. What did I say? This is for the higher ups. We are ascending to enlightenment. And what did I say? This is going to be the time of enlightenment. This is going to be the year of enlightenment. Okay? With 22 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Soaring on our journey. All right? Pull one more for the other one. Stillness. I can't make it up. No lies told. When 22:44 on the clock, what did I say? Stillness, slowness. For these 2 vibrations that I felt. And what's the bottom card? Courage. Either way, you got to have courage. What did I say? Going up that mountain. Either way. Either way. Okay? Wow. So there's most definitely a shift. There's most definitely a split. Spirit is saying there will be a split. You will see the split. You will feel the split. Okay, people who are operating from a higher timeline, people who are operating from this other timeline. There is no in between. There is no, it's here. Okay, you either operating from your higher mind or operating from your lower mind. And if you operated from your lower mind, you're going to start to wake up, come back into yourself. You're going to have to sit with yourself and be in stillness. All these people are being sat down to have this wake-up call, to have this enlightenment, to reach this enlightenment. And they're getting wake-up calls back to back to back to back till they get the picture. There is no more ignoring me. There is no more denying me. This presence, this energy is here. It's undeniable. It's time to wake up. It's time to value yourself. It's time to value your health. It's time to prioritize yourself mentally. What are you consuming on all levels? Okay? And then people on a higher timeline, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Keep shining y'all light. Y'all about to go to a whole nother plateau, a whole nother destination. Y'all about to keep on ascending while these people are gathering themselves, going and being in stillness, moving in slowness. And I seen this swan. Wow, the confirmation. Going gently down the stream and they're going to see things. Meanwhile, you guys are already on a boat taking off, ascending to higher realms, ascending to higher levels, getting divine confirmation from the stars, from source, from your spirit team, from the ancestors, from angels. Keep listening. Keep very proud of you. Very proud of you all. This collective, this conscious community, spiritual community, whatever. Y'all, the ones who are tapping into enlightenment, very proud of you guys. Keep on shining your light. Keep on doing your thing. We see y'all. And y'all gonna reach nirvana. You're already on the road to nirvana right now. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine, for that message. I feel like that was pretty much it. We have to have courage as we continue to go on this journey. Regardless, whether you on a high vibration, low vibration, masculine, feminine, whatever, you got to have courage. You have to have strength, inner strength. It's this invisible force here that is guiding us to enlightenment. Whether you're already on your journey, whether you're just starting your journey, it don't matter. It's a universal consciousness that is here. Energy that is here, that is waking us up and pushing us forward to unity, to divine enlightenment, to love, one universe. All that other stuff is on a different timeline. We on a higher timeline. We on a righteous timeline. We on the timeline where we connect with the divine. We connect with source. We're one with the creator. Yeah, that's the timeline I want. I want that one. I want that timeline right there. So yeah, let's get into tarot. I'm gonna pull some cards for these two timelines. This timeline shift, this timeline split. Also, health, because the South Node is in Virgo, and it is trining Uranus right now. So health, analyzing things, letting go of being perfect and just operating from love and values and being grounded in that and putting in this work. That is what will be deemed valuable. When a student is ready, the teacher will appear. When a teacher is ready, the student will appear. Okay, y'all know the saying. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Whenever, and it's so crazy, whenever spirit tries to like ground me to earthly things, it's always like this thing. So don't forget to ground yourself, because spirit keep like don't forget to ground yourself. All right, let's get two cards out for this enlightenment. Five of Wands, what I say, that ego, clash of the egos. We push through a lot of BS. Wow, Spirit say this is past energy for us. Wow, okay. Spirit is saying this is past energy for us. Fighting against egos, fighting against personalities, fighting against the family, fighting against friends, conflicts, being deemed crazy, being looked at as an outcast. Meanwhile, people who are on this other timeline, they're stepping into this. So they're about to go through what we went through. The healing themselves, the looking crazy for talking about herbs all the time, for talking about detoxing all the time, for talking about being one with spirit. Light language, which is speaking in tongues, but people think it's weird. Like, all of this stuff is going to start to sink. There's a sinking that is going on, okay? But this is, we're coming out of this energy for people on this higher timeline, all right? And we're, what I say? Enlightenment. This is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, love is king. Okay. We've done the work. We've done the mental work to enlighten ourselves. This is us being victorious. Y'all know what the Queen of Swords represent? I put the card down. The Queen of Swords represents someone who's been through a hardship, someone who's been in the battle, someone who's been on a battlefield, fighting, got wounds, cuts, scrapes, but they came out victorious. Mentally, they've elevated. Their mind, their head is above the clouds. They can see clearly. I can see clearly now. That's the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles. Okay. We moved all the obstacles. The obstacles are out of our way. We have reached enlightenment. You see these sticks, these tools, we applied the knowledge and we elevated and we are ascending. Our crown, what did I say? My crown? And the sword is in our hands, the power is in our hands. The mind, the power of the word, the power of the tongue. The tongue is mightier than a sword. The pen is mightier than a sword too. So this is all about writing, speaking your truth, communicating, being an author. You might want to write a book. Okay. This is our time, y'all. This is our time, because these same 5 swords, all of them words, all of them naysayers, all of that stuff made you stronger. Literally took all of this stuff and put it in her head to elevate. Oh, you can't heal yourself. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's okay. I'm crazy till I'm right. Gonna leave that there. All right. Now we're gonna pull 2 cards for the lower timeline. I don't mean to laugh. I knew it. Spirit said they gonna get this work whether they like it or not. You're gonna wake up sooner or later. Which one is it? 5 of Swords. This is self-explanatory. Mental anguish, because they're not paying attention to what they need to be paying attention to. They're not doing what they're supposed to do, but they're getting that wake-up call. This is a wake-up call. You see how both cards was 5? 5 is, and what did I say? Two, 3 is the 5. Change, power or refinement, because that's 5. That's supreme mathematics, numerology. 5 is change, whether you like it or not. I have to pause in the middle of this, you guys. Hold on. Okay. 5 of Swords, illustrating conflict and tension, often when an element of defeat or hollow victory suggested is needed for strategy, retreat, or reassessment. 5 of Swords. That's the system. That's going against the system. That's fighting with others, being in conflict. That's learning now or learning later. What is it going to do? What are you going to do? All right. So this is a wake-up call for a lot of people who've not been operating from their higher self, not been listening to spirit, not heeding the message, not taking their health seriously. You've been getting sick over and over and over, just putting a Band-Aid on the wound, but you really need to get to the core of what's making you sick. You need to cut out that bad food, cut out consuming bad things, because it's driving you mentally crazy. You wonder why you're having nightmares. But you keep watching these horror movies before you go to bed. The Star. Yep. It's time to ascend. It is ascension time for you. Time to ascend, whether you like it or not. So you're going to be poured into whether you like it or not. You're going to be getting wake-up calls, visitations, seeing things, and wondering why you keep seeing things until you realize what it is. The mountain. Time to tap into your power. Time to rise. Time to step into our vibration of enlightenment, of knowing who we are. Okay? Spirit got me like I said, going back and forth, double dutching, hopping in and out. But Spirit is also saying that there will be people who rise up from both timelines. And there's going to be people who have conflicts in both timelines. It's a polarity split in both. Always going to be polarity. But people who have been elevating, mastering themselves, mastering their minds, you guys will be rising to stardom. Okay? Because you guys have been pouring into yourself, pouring into others. Okay? And it's like the star here. A lot of stars here. Fallen stars here. Okay? Even with the stillness. Yeah, all of this stuff got the stars. Like I said. So the stars within us will be illuminated. We are the stars. We just have to realize it. And if you know you're a star, it's time to shine. Okay? That is the reading. Okay? It's really time for people to just have courage, step in their power. What's the next card? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, outside in the cold, outside in the rain, alienated, aliens, outcasted. Like I said, this 5 energy, that 2 and that 3, that 5. Time for change. It's time for change, y'all. So yeah, get ready for the shift. Get ready to elevate. Get ready to continue to operate from your power. Continue to enlighten one another. Each one teach one. All right. This ain't no pity. Okay. I'm not showing pity on nobody. I'm not making fun of nobody. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not here to tell nobody I told you so. I'm not here to operate in my ego. I'm here to enlighten the collective. All right. And this is a warning for everybody. Get on top of your health. Get on top of your health. Get on top of your health. Now, if you're already on top of it, get ready to ascend. But there's a wave of consciousness that is coming that can't nobody shake. And if you already in it, you just going to be coasting, going with the flow, ascending. If you're not, you need to get ready and hold on, because it's going to be one hell of a ride. All right. But continue to operate from love. Continue to operate from integrity, and continue to help those who want to be helped, who are curious with knowledge. They're deemed teachable. Okay. Not the ones who just gimme, because I want to use you, because I know you got the knowledge and I don't really care about healing myself. I only care because I'm sick. No, you need to really want to heal yourself. It's different when you pouring into a plant and you love it versus you just nurturing a plant because you know it's going to feed you. Like, this is different. This is a different era, and Spirit knows the difference. So it's time, you guys. All right, I don't want to get too preachy. I love y'all. You already know what's up. Tap into the description box if you guys would like any of my products, any personal readings. I love y'all. Keep shining light, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.